Okay, class, this should be a pretty quick and pretty easy video for you. This is just going to show you how to post an assignment for my class, and I imagine it'll work like this for a lot of classes. Um, right now, all assignments are optional, so I'm using this to show you how to do your makeup document of the week. If things were to progress longer, if we ended up having to miss more school, which seems like a distinct possibility, you might see some assignments then become required. So it might be a good idea just to take a peek at this and make sure you know what you're doing just in case. So I am on a computer that has a different Google account, so it allowed me to add me to the class. So this should be something like what you see. So what you're looking at is my Take 10 page. That's why there's a goofy picture there instead of a history picture. So on my Take 10 page, I added a fake assignment. But here in your class, whether it be first or fourth or sixth or seventh, what you would see is makeup document of the week. So you'd click on the assignment. And instead of saying fake assignment, your take 10, no worries, it would say makeup document of the week. And then what you would do is on the right hand side, you would add or create. Then you slide down, and what you're going to do is just create a Google Doc that you're going to use to turn in. So it'll take a second. It'll create this Google Doc. And you will have to be logged into your Google account. Okay. Now once it creates that Google Doc, you just click on it. And then you do your makeup document of the week. So really it's the same basic format. You'd go over to the right side and you'd make sure you'd put your name. We'll say Johnny Student is your name today. Then you're going to have to list your source. So really what you're going to end up doing here is just creating, I think you guys know how to create a hyperlink. I have this recording device blocking where I can add new tabs, but basically you would just take a copy and paste of the address bar of whatever story you're using. So if you use the Sandusky Register, it's going to say something like http slash slash Sandusky Register and then the article. Or if you're using CNN or Fox or ABC, any reputable news agency can still be used. But now by attaching the hyperlink right here under your name, that is the same as both listing your source and attaching it. So you now only have one step. So again, your hyperlink would go right here. So I'll just type that for now since I can't seem to get to that. And then, just like normal, you do a summary. So your summary would be, of course, a minimum of 3 sentences. And again, it can't just be a copy of what you already read. I want you to just read it and then reflecting on it, just think about how would you explain this to, a friend of yours? What was the story about? And again, make sure you pick a story that interests you, but it cannot be sports, which isn't going to happen this time of year anyway, or under these circumstances, and it cannot be entertainment. So it has to be some sort of news source, and it have to have enough detail to show me that you actually read the article. So this is when you have a big story like coronavirus, and I don't want someone just writing 3 generic sentences about coronavirus saying, oh, it's real bad, it's real serious. I want specific things about whatever that article was about. Maybe it was about new restrictions that the governor has put on. Maybe it is about a speech that President Trump gave that said we are going to use private industry to make more respirators. You have to show specific details that prove to me that you read that. Then, of course, like always, you're going to give your opinion. Again, a minimum of 3 sentences. Tell me what you think about this. Make sure you're using, proper grammar and you are um, writing everything out. But Google Docs will probably help you with this to some degree, catching some of your spelling errors and whatnot. So you're giving your opinion. Just give me your feedback. I like this. This is a really good idea. Or this is really scary. I can't believe this is going on. Whatever it is, just give me your opinion. Then, of course, you have the challenge. Challenge for any news story, and that's what the makeup document of the week is. It's a news document of the week, is reliability. So, is the story reliable or not? And just basically tell me why or why not. Generally speaking, if a story has a bunch of facts, the governor said this, and now the rules are this, this, and this, the story is reliable. The story is reliable because they use facts to report it. Now, if you come across a story that has a bunch of opinion in it, then what you say is, this story is not as reliable because it's mostly opinions. Now, again, the opinions matter. Is it the opinion of somebody who's an expert, or is it the opinion of somebody who the register reached out to on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram and just asked their opinion? So, for example, this isn't as common, but you might have a story about um, what do you think about, basically the quarantine, and then maybe a bunch of people write in and say, "Oh, it's terrible," or "It's great because I got to play a bunch of video games," whatever their opinion is. You would say that story is not reliable because it's mostly made up of opinions, even if you agree with some of those opinions, because what they're expressing is simply their beliefs, not facts. But again, I'd say 90 to 95% of the stories in most news articles are going to be based on facts. So as long as you're using a source that is a reputable source, and again, we're not using Facebook, we're not using Wikipedia, we're not using gossip sites, we're using basically the Sandusky Register, Plain Dealer, other major metropolitan newspapers, CNN, ABC, Fox, CBS, NBC, just the major news networks. Okay? So once you are done, you turn it in. You just click turn in there. And then it'll say, hey, do you want to turn this in? You say, yep, I want to turn it in. And then after it takes a little bit to load up, it's going to share that document with me. And then I'm going to be able to look at that document. I think I'm even going to be able to write some comments on that document, and that you will be able to see those comments that I wrote. And then you will, I will put your grade in there. Now, very important to know. Actually, I'll probably put your grade in the comments. Google Classroom is just how I'm communicating with you. It is not how I'm putting in grades. I'm putting in grades through Progress Book, like always. So I may put in the comments, oh, you earned a 9 out of 10. Good job. But I'm not going to put it in the Google Classroom quote unquote grade, because actually it's not 9 out of 10 per se. It's replacing a 0 that you had in the Progress Book at another time. So this assignment cannot hurt you. And you only need to do it if you are missing a previous document of the week. So hope that helps clear some things up. If there are any other questions, I may be setting up a time for video questions. That's going to be released soon. We're just trying to get used to this, and I'm encouraging you to get used to this too. Again, in case this carries on, we will know what we're doing once we either go back to school or realize that we're going to have a little bit more online school. Okay. Have a great day, everybody, and stay safe out there.